Hi friend, welcome to Acre by the water. My name is Krystle. I'm a French-Canadian tattoo artist. And today I want to start some seeds. I'm so happy. I just want to put all of this stuff back under the sink. Phil saw a mouse in the house the other day. So, surprise, surprise, we were not able to cover all of the holes. Like I've mentioned before, I know everyone gets mice and it's like a regular thing, but we were working, well, Phil worked so hard on covering up all of the entries outside and we were sure like we got it, but we just had our roof redone and it's not completely done right now as we're talking. So I don't know if it got in by the roof, like there's a tree close. I don't know, but there's a mouse. So he wanted to cover the plumbing holes here, but we have to get some drywall because it's a pretty big hole. So I'm just gonna put this back temporarily in there. Again. And we'll deal with this another day. Oh, okay. Hustle is having an asthma attack, so he's giving him his puffers. Ouais, c'est pas mal ça. You okay, baby boy? Aww. Hustle. He's trying to hide. Beepy. He used to have such big asthma attacks, and now...
Well, it's every day.
Yeah, he's having one every day, but it's small ones. It's not like super deep breathing like it used to, so...
I don't know. I just don't know why it's not getting better.
He's a sensitive boy. This is gonna be that for now. At least it's not out. Before starting my seeds, also, I just want to set up this table. We got finally a little dining table. It's just a really small table because, like I've said in other videos, we don't really have any visit here. Well, not just here, we just don't really have visit. So it's really just us, Phil and I. I don't know if I'm gonna need any tools for this. Hope it's not too hard to set up. I hate these so much. Ugh. Oh, they always have static. I hate it. I like it. I think it's cute. It's the cheapest table I could find. 70 bucks. I did find some cheaper ones on Facebook Marketplace, but it was all the super massive dining tables everyone wants to get rid of, and I didn't want that. I wanted a small one like this, just for 2 people. So yeah, I think this is cute. Stencil, what do you think? She doesn't care. Also, I have to get rid of these boxes. We're unpacking still. Krystle, what are you doing? You like the noise of the bag? Aww. Yeah, I just made a mess. Okay, it's seed starting time. Is it obvious that I'm really happy? Oh my god. You might have seen my other videos before this one with the whole roof situation. I'm gonna make another video soon to update you guys on how this is going, but it's not done yet. I think they're coming back on, today is Friday, they're coming back on Monday to finish what they have to finish. There's like a strip missing in the middle, a strip of the membrane missing in the middle. They didn't have enough, and then they have the gutters to do also. The guy, the roofer, is just waiting on gutter companies to come back to him. So the thing is, it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah, it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So we were pretty stressed about that, not having gutters, because if you've been around and following the journey, you know that we had buckets all around the house when our gutters weren't good, and I don't want this to be a situation again. We were trying to not have too much water infiltrate into our foundation, because we got cracks in our foundation we have to fix. So yeah. Have you guys ever tried these tarps? I don't know what they're supposed to be called, but like plant starting tarps. They're amazing. I love it. I still managed to make a mess, but maybe I shouldn't be doing this on the carpet. But whatever, we'll see. If I make too much of a big mess, then next time I won't do it this way. Okay. This is just usually how I start my seeds, always on the ground. It's just comfortable for me. So the seeds I want to start today, I'm in zone 4A, I think, or 4B. No, I'm 4A, I think. I didn't even check what my last frost date was. Where I was before at the apartment, I was zone 5A. So my last frost date, I write it on my seed thing here. My last frost date at the apartment was between May 1st and May 10th. So here, I'm not that far away. I'm just gonna Google real quick. Aren't we so lucky to we can just Google anything? I'm amazed every single day. So in zone 4A, the average last spring frost occurs between early to mid-May, roughly from May 7th to May 23rd, while the first fall typically mid to late September. Oh, so it's not, yeah. Well, that's what I thought. It's not super far from the other one, so let's say about 10 to 15 days later than what I have written here. On my little, this is like a photo organizer. You might see every gardener on YouTube ever use this photo organizer for their seeds because it's the best thing ever. Like I said in my last video, it just keeps your seeds away from the humidity and from water, and it's amazing because the seed packets fit like perfectly in it. It's like it was meant for that. So I got some out. They're the ones that I think I have to start today or pretty soon. I always write, let me just get a better example here. I always write what's in the little containers. For sure I have to start onions and peppers today. I usually start my onions in January. but I missed that window because we were moving. So I'm gonna start it now, and I'm gonna have super small onions because in this zone you need a lot longer because we don't have a long enough summer for them to become big. So whatever, I'll just have small onions and I'm okay with that. It would actually be really good to have tiny pickled onions. So that might be something I do. But anyways, today I'm starting onions and peppers for sure. But I interrupted myself. What I wanted to say is on each container, I always put what's in the separate container, and then the date I should be starting the seeds, the month where I should be starting the seeds. So onions is between January and February here in my zone. This was for the apartment zone, but it's not that far away, so it's still gonna be good. Peppers usually mid-February, but last year I started them. I have it written down. I could tell you the exact date, but I know I started them in February, but I started them way too early. They started to flower and make peppers inside, and I was like, no, like, so yeah, it was okay, but they were getting so big and hard to handle, and I didn't have enough space on my shelves. I had to get, this seems crooked. I mean, ADHD. I had to get some folding tables out to put all my peppers on it. And also I started way too many. I think I started like, I'm a bit shy to say, but I think I started like 90 seeds, or I started a bit more, but I had about 90 plants. And I kept how much? I had maybe 12 or 15 in my grow bags at the shop. And I donated all the rest on Facebook Marketplace and on friends and family that wanted peppers. So I won't do this again. And for those of you who are new and haven't seen my journey, I invite you to go check it out. Check out my other videos. I'm still a new channel, so I don't have that many videos to catch up on. But I think it's the last video, I talked about my future garden and my old garden, and you can go check that out. I just explained that where I'm gonna put my garden. I was garden planning. And also I explained that my old garden was behind my tattoo shop in grow bags. And yeah, so 4 grow bags, 15 plants is pretty amazing. And I had like 20-ish tomato plants. It was pretty big. Like, if I can find pictures, I'll put them on the screen right now. Actually, I think I do have pictures on my Acre by the Water Instagram, so I'll put them right here and you can check that out. But yeah, it was a pretty big garden for grow bags. Like, it produced so much. I made so much salsa, and yeah, that's all on my Instagram also if you want to go check it out. It's just Acre by the Water. I'm not very active on it. I'm trying to be a bit better about that. Root veggies. So I have celeriac, which is celery root for some people, and it smells so good. The seeds, smell like celery. Like, it smells so strong when you open it. But celeriac is usually end of February, early March. I wanted to show you guys the new seeds I got. I think I put them all into the containers. I should have left them out to show you guys, but I'll let you know what I bought and got. The only thing I didn't get from my seed order are the seed potatoes, obviously, because they send those about when they're ready to be planted. So the seeds I got, I wrote them all here. I got some fall soil builder blend. I talked in my last video that I wanted to get some clover cover crop for this fall. I couldn't find clover, and someone in the comments suggested that I get an annual clover not a perennial, and that's a really good point. But I couldn't find any clovers. So I found Fall Soil Builder Blend. So that's what I'll use. Where did I put it? Oh, my seed order is here, so I did leave it out for you guys. Look at me thinking about you guys. This is what I got for a cover crop. It's a pretty big bag. I never got a bag that's so big. So yeah, I should say what's in it. It's a blend of fall rye, winter peas, and stencils having zoomies, like in every videos, and winter vetch. I don't know what winter vetch is, but winter peas are pretty cute. They're cute little flowers, and rye I heard is good also. So I think that was a good choice for a cover crop. I'm trying to build my soil. Remember, for those of you who saw my last video, I'm trying to build my soil this year because there's nothing up there. It's just grass and a tree that I have to cut down. I got twine. I got these plastic trays. They're for starting seeds. So when I get a greenhouse, they'll be perfect. But for inside here, I'm not gonna use these. I have these trays. This is still stencil having zoomies, by the way. I have these trays here that I put my pots on so that I can bottom water. So that's what I use for inside. But yeah, since I don't have a greenhouse yet, well, I thought this would be awesome for when I do have a greenhouse, but for now, they'll be for harvesting and curing potatoes and onions because they're very, there's a lot of air that can go through. So it's going to be perfect for curing potatoes. I think I got 6, yeah. I got Madonna daisies, the flowers. Let's do all the flowers. I got some daisies because it's my favorite flower because I'm a super boring person. It's also my birth month flower, which is pretty basic, but I'm a basic girl, so it's a perennial in zone 3. Nice. I'm zone 4, so I'm so happy. I'm gonna put daisies everywhere. I just got 1 packet and there's just like 20 seeds, so maybe not that much this year, but I will get more for sure. And then I got milkweed, a butterfly bush milkweed. Also perennial, attracts butterflies. And yeah, it's supposed to be good for my zone. Next on the list is Rebecca. Got these cappuccino ones. They're so pretty. These ones are probably annual, right? Annual, yeah. I'll put the perennials here. Okay, and next is straw flower. I mentioned in my last video that I really wanted to try straw flowers because they're really cute. And yeah, that's an annual. I accidentally got 2 packets, but in my last video I was telling you guys that I was so excited to try. I really wanted to try teddy bear sunflowers, and I guess I got so excited I got 2 packets, and I didn't need 2 packets because there's 50 seeds in them. But whatever, I guess I'll either keep 1 for next year or I'll just put a lot of teddy bear sunflowers everywhere. I don't know. I really wanted to try these ones because they're so cute. They're so fluffy. I love it. So annual, and then the last flower. I think it's the last flower because I have some wildflowers and calendula and echinacea and other sunflowers, and I've got some medicinal flowers, also wildflowers, whatever. So these are only the ones that I got, but I got more. I got the zinnia. It's beautiful, honestly. Come on, look at this. It's beautiful. Queenie lime orange. So there's lime in the middle and then orange. Oh, it's so pretty. I really hope I'm gonna have success with these. I've never ever grown zinnias. I don't know if they're hard to grow. Pinch off growing tips. Okay, I'm gonna need you guys' help for zinnias. If you got any tips, I've never grown these. I've seen people online growing them, but I don't know their tricks or whatever. So if you guys can help me, I would really appreciate that. I mentioned also in my last video, I feel like I'm saying that sentence way too much now. I mentioned that I wanted to start pumpkins because I've only grown squash before and I've never tried actual pumpkins. And I got, it's a French name, Galerie des Innes, because I felt like they're, I don't know, they're like, they got zits. So I felt like they're kind of like the loser pumpkin, and I don't know if a lot of people grow them, and I took pity on them. And I just think they're so cute. Peanut-like warts. Like, oh, I like things that aren't super beautiful. I think not beautiful things are beautiful. I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. Oh, potatoes. I got Yukon Gold Organics. And then basil, because I mentioned that I want a lot more basil. I think I have 2 packets. I wrote it here. Basil. Where is basil? Oh yeah, I have 2. But I wanted a bit more, so I got this one. It's got, oh my god, 290 seeds. Holy, I'm gonna have enough. I make a lot of pesto in advance, and I freeze them in ice trays, and then when the pucks are like frozen, I put them all in a Ziploc freezer bag, and I take some out whenever I want to make fresh pasta, pesto pasta, whatever. But also I need to dehydrate some because my spices, I think, are getting a bit low. I think I'm low on basil. I'm not too sure. It's behind you, by the way. That's why I'm looking there. I got the Deli one. The beets. I do have some beets already. I have 1 packet. But I mentioned I really like beets. Phil also, so I just got some more. I got 2 kinds of cucumbers. I got some fresh eating, just sandwich cucumbers, and these are Lebanese Bayit, Alpha Bayit. And then I got these pickled cucumbers. I'm completely out of pickles. We just ate our last pickle this week. So yeah, pickles. Oh yeah, I wanted to get dinosaur kale. So what do I have for kale? I have 2 packets of kale, but we eat a lot. And I mentioned in my other video that I wanted some dinosaur kale, so I got this black magic one. The ones I have right now are the curled kale one. The only thing that's left is strawberries. I got the mignonette one. It's a super small wild strawberry, and I figured that it would produce well here. And then I got this Fresca strawberry. I'm still on the hunt for June-bearing strawberries. June-bearing strawberries are the strawberries that produce like a flush of fruits all at the same time. So it's amazing if you want to make jams right away, like you get all your strawberries at once. And then that's June-bearing. And then ever-bearing, which is these ones here, I think both of them. Ever-bearing, yeah. Ever-bearing is when it produces strawberries here and there throughout the season, so it's not one big flush. But I want one big flush so that I can make canned products with. Last year I bought some bare roots, and it was June-bearing strawberries, and I think I got 2 different kinds of June-bearing strawberries. And these bare roots were apparently already 1 or 2 year old. The seller told me, I think I got them on Etsy, I'm not too sure. The seller told me to pick the fruits, well, the flowers off the first year so that the roots could establish a bit, and that's what I did. But all of the crowns, or the bare roots, they all died. I remember the reviews all said that, not all of them, but a lot of reviews mentioned that all of their bare roots died. Well, they weren't bare roots anymore, but all their plants died. And that's what happened to me. So I don't know if it was a me problem or what. But I was sad because I've been on the hunt for June bearing strawberries for so long. So what do I have to start right now? I will start my strawberries. 1. Then, hello baby. Celeriac, I will start right now. Hey baby. Okay, I'm gonna go through my seeds and look at what I have to start right now. So I got out all the seeds I need to start around today. I can start my tomatoes. I'm so happy. Tomatoes are my favorite thing ever. Last year I had a lot of hives when playing around in my tomatoes. I'm not sure if it was my tomatoes because at some point it stopped doing it. Like, anyways, Phil was harvesting my tomatoes for me because it seemed like every time I was touching them, I would get hives everywhere. And I know, like, tomatoes are pretty strong. They have a strong scent and they leave residue on your hands, and so they have a lot of pollen. So I'm not too sure if that's what it was.
I don't think it was that.
No, because after it stopped doing it.
Yeah, and like not long after you, my sister got a rash.
Really?
Yeah, so there was like something.
It was just weird that it was every time I was touching tomatoes, but I was touching tomatoes a lot, so maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I think I'll start my tomatoes today. I will start strawberries inside today. I'm probably gonna direct sow some in the fall also, just to compare. I think they have to have cold stratification. They have to be refrigerated. So I'm gonna start the seeds and then refrigerate them in the fridge for 3 to 4 weeks. Can you see Hustle stretch? He's so cute. And then there's some echinacea. I'm gonna start some in the fall also. I have some at the shop also that I don't know if it's gonna come back, but we'll see. But yeah, I want to also start some inside, and I'm gonna compare all 3. I have some chamomile here. I have German chamomile and Roman chamomile. And this is the German chamomile, which is an annual, if I'm not mistaken. And the Roman one is the perennial. At the shop I have both of them, so I'm hoping the Roman will come back. If not, I do have some more seeds, but they have to be started a bit later, so I won't start these today, but I will start the annual ones, which are the German ones. I do need a lot more chamomile. I don't have that much left in the apothecary. Oh, hello. Someone suggested that I go around the apothecary and show you guys that, and I will make a video on that at some point. I will start the milkweed also. It says to pre-chill also, so for 2 to 3 weeks. So I'll start these, the milkweed, and I'll put them in the fridge. The celeriac I will start today. And I won't start the dinosaur kale because apparently it doesn't take that long, but I'll try a couple of different ways for the kale. Also parsley, I'll start that today. This is the only herb I will be starting today. Also all of my peppers, I've got a couple of jalapeno seeds I saved from the jalapenos I harvested last year. And then all of my onion products I will start. So I have, oh yeah, and the rest is all mixed bell peppers that I just collected. I've got a packet of California Wonder Pepper also, so I'll start that. But all the other peppers are just peppers that I saved the seeds from last year's garden. Onions, I have early yellow globe. I know there's like there's a thing for onions, and I don't really understand it. There's like the early and the mid and the late. I don't know what I am here in Canada. I haven't found a map, so whatever. I'm just gonna try things, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I have Walla Walla onions that I wanted to try. Apparently, these ones are pretty big, and they take 105 days. Oh, start indoors 8 to 10 weeks before. Oh, I'm good. I'm at 11 weeks. Oh my god, I thought I was super late. That's weird because we usually start them in January here. Well, good. I will start some leeks and some chives. Chive is perennial, right? Is it? Anyways, 60 days to maturity, so I could wait a bit for these ones. And then I have some bunching onions. I'm starting this right now. Okay, I'm done for today. So the soil, I'm just gonna talk about everything I did in the soil, and then I'll show you the seeds I started. So I'm using this seed starting mix from Jiffy. It's just the only one I was able to find everywhere I went. So this is a mix of 60-70% sphagnum peat moss, vermiculite, coir pith, I don't know how to say this word, coir pith, and lime for pH adjuster. So it's been working for me for the past years, so I trust it. And then what I do is I pre-moisten the soil. You can do this in a bucket so that it goes a bit better, or in a big bowl. I just do it directly on the tarp, but you you pre-moisten it with warm water to make sure, or even hot water, to make sure if there's eggs or whatever, it kills them. And then it's also pre-moistened for when you start your seeds. You want it to, when you squeeze it, to not drip too much water. You don't want it like super soaked, just like damp. So when you squeeze it, maybe you'll get like a couple of drops of water, but not much. That's pretty much what works for me, the type of soil I start my seeds in. Hey baby. I start all my seeds in plastic because I don't like cardboard or paper, toilet paper rolls, because it just disintegrates while everything is sprouting or growing, and I don't like it. So I also made sure to note everything that needed heat and everything that needs light to germinate. So stuff that needs light to germinate is just on top of the soil. There's no soil like on top of the seed. And then stuff that don't need light to germinate is still under lights, but it's covered with soil because it doesn't need light to germinate. I have 2 heat mats for everything that doesn't require a heat mat to germinate, but it does help to accelerate the sprouting. Yeah, I guess. Germination, the germination. Especially the onions, since I'm a bit late. According to the seed packet, I'm not, but I don't know, it's weird. I note also the date that I started, like what I've started today. I want to know when I started it, because you see, I looked at, not yesterday, I looked at last year's notes. I saw that I started my tomatoes on March 17th, and they were way too big when I took them out. Like, it doesn't matter, it's okay, because I plant them super deep anyways, but it was just like hard to manage. They were a bit too big, so I'm gonna wait. I wanted to start the tomatoes today, but yeah, I decided to wait a bit when I saw the date that I started them last year. Why do I say yesterday all the time? So yeah, I'm gonna wait a bit for the tomatoes. And the parsley, same thing. It just, when I started it last year, not yesterday, it doesn't take that long to germinate, so I'm gonna wait for the parsley also. And the chives, I'm waiting for the chives. And yeah, so what I ended up starting Are you happy? She, if you can tell, she has a lot of zoomies. She's mixed Bengal, so she's crazy. Okay, what I started the mignonette strawberries, the milkweed, and the fresca strawberries. They suggest on the packet to cold stratify, or like pretend that they're going through a winter. So I'll put these in a closed Ziploc bag. I'll put these 3 in the fridge for 2 or 3 weeks. I'm a bit late, so it might be 2, just so that I have enough time to put them on the heat mat after. So yeah, these will go in the fridge. I'll note in my calendar when I have to take them out of the fridge so that I don't forget. And then I started celeriac, a bunch of seeds, actually more than I think I need, but just to make sure I have some. And sorry, the camera is super hot. Having trouble holding it. These ones, like online it says that heat mats can help germination, but last year, according to my notes, the heat mat really did not help. So I'm not putting them on a heat mat this year. They do need light to germinate, so the seeds are pretty much just on top of the soil. You can see one here. You're not going to be able to see that. The curled kale, I didn't start the dinosaur one because it, according to the package, it germinates quite fast, but the curled one, according to the package, again, takes a bit more time apparently. So these don't need light to... Oh my god, Stencil. She ran to the room and she's nuts. So yeah, these don't need light to germinate, and they don't need heat because it's a cold loving crop. Here I started echinacea. Last year I tried starting echinacea outside in the fall, and they spent all winter outside and none of the seeds germinated in the spring. I did start some inside also, and they all germinated. So this year I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not sure if the ones at the tattoo shop, because it's a perennial, I'm not sure if they're going to come back, so that's why I started just the rest of the packet I had. Anyways, I don't want them to go bad, so might as well do them all. They need heat. Well, they don't need it, but it helps. And these ones are on top of the soil because they need light to germinate. I'm trying to like find a way to remember more easily what needs light to germinate and what doesn't, and that's the common sense thing that I found. I might just be stupid because it's obvious, but most perennial flowers, or like at least I think maybe even all of them, they all need light to germinate. And it makes sense when you think about it, because in the wild, it's just the seeds are just gonna fall from the flowers on top of the soil, and then they'll grow the year after. Anyways, but these are perennials. Anyways, for this year, this is German chamomile. I made 3 containers. I just finished the whole packet also. These are annuals. So these would make a lot of sense in the wild, that the seeds would just fall on the ground, and then the next year these seeds would just grow. So they need light to germinate, because in the wild they are on top of the soil. So anyways, that's going to be my reminder to remember. So yeah, I only have German chamomile here, which is the annual one. At the shop I'm supposed to have, well, no, at the shop I do have the Roman chamomile, which is a perennial one, which comes back every year, but it's in a container. I don't know if it's gonna come back or not. We'll see. We never know here. Also on heat, this is all peppers. Peppers are a heat-loving plant, so this is always on heat for germination. And yeah, by the way, I keep the heat on just for germination. After that, it doesn't, no plants really need it. I started California Wonder, 5 seeds of this. Jalapenos, 5 seeds also. And then I have yellow bell peppers and mixed bell peppers, which I don't know what colors they're gonna be, either red, orange, or yellow. 5 seeds of each of those bell peppers also. And these ones don't need light to germinate, so they're under soil, like I said, on a heat mat. Then I have my onions here. We'll see what this year brings for onions. I started 2 containers of Walla Wallas under soil. They don't need light to germinate. And then 2 early yellow globe onions. They're under soil also. All of my onions are on a heat mat also. Leeks, I did 4 containers. We really like leeks, and hopefully they all germinate, because I finished the packet. Hustle. Oh, I think it's his medication. It's time for his medication. Bunching onions also. That's all for today. That's all I started. And it's, yeah, it's a good beginning. These are going in the fridge. And the next seeds I'm going to start are going to be some tomatoes, my favorite crop. And I don't know what else. Maybe some herbs. I'm not sure. Herbs don't take a lot of time. Maybe like some mint and stuff like that. Just so, I don't know. We'll see. But I'll bring you along for the next seeds I'll start. So yeah, I think yeah, that's pretty much it for me today. I want to thank everyone for joining me through this journey, everyone that's returning, everyone that's new also. Please do consider subscribing. I've noticed a lot of people that are seeing the videos or commenting are not subscribed, and it's completely free to subscribe. You don't need to do anything except to subscribe, and it's helping me so much to put my channel out there. So please do consider doing that, and liking the video and commenting. Of course, that also helps a lot. And also, I've started memberships on my channel. I do have my first member. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for the lady that joined the membership. The members, there's actually 2 levels, and I'll put all the description of the levels right here, but mainly you get to see my videos way in advance, like a week before about. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, and yeah, because my videos are a bit late, so by the time you see this, the roof is gonna be completely finished, and maybe I'll have started some more seeds, but members can see that. And please don't spoil to the others. You get a couple of perks, what I just put on screen. And it helps me a ton. You have no idea. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you again in the next video. Thank you. Bye. By the way, it's the next day. I forgot to mention that I put plastic wrap on top of everything just to create like a humidity dome. So yeah, it's just to create condensation. And I reuse these wraps, these plastic films, I mean, for all of the seeds I start, so I don't waste it. So yeah, I just wanted to mention this. You can buy humidity domes, but I can't afford anything right now, so this is what I'm working with. And the cats are fighting.